beat the Champions League winners. Yep, we did that. We just beat last year's Premier League winners. Oh yeah, we did that.
Shit,
So
though.
who are Arsenal? Who are Arsenal?
Top of the league, Sam.
Who are
That's who
Arsenal?
Arsenal are.
You know why you're top of the league? You're top of the league because of Chelsea. We put you there. Yeah, you should be grateful.
That is
All
true.
of you
I'm very
Arsenal fans should be
grateful.
grateful. I know you are. Bro, I watched like Matisse's from Chelsea. I saw his YouTube channel, yeah, and the video started with Turkish from AFTV. And he did the hook and the intro to the video. And he was so grateful to Chelsea. He was buzzing, bro. He was celebrating with Chelsea. Because obviously they must have watched the game at Matisse's house at his studio. So, bro,
I was
what
celebrating.
did you think of the game then? I know you was. I think all Arsenal fans were. What did you think of the game? What did you think of the game?
Deserved result. I genuinely, I did say to you, yeah, last week's pod, I said to you, I know you were down and deflated, but I said to you, Chelsea are in this, right? So you're live, especially when they're missing Alisson and whatever else. But I wasn't, I did have a hunch. I was like, Chelsea could pull off a win. And then when I saw your back line and I was like, my God, no Cole Palmer as well. I was like, there's no way these lot are going to win. But it just goes to show how bad Liverpool are, right?
I mean, look, we're going to get on to Liverpool, but in regards to Chelsea, it was an outstanding win. It was gritty, it was determined, and I have no idea like what this manager Enzo Maresca is like, what his team talks are like, because I haven't said it in last week's pod. When Chelsea play big teams and you have more open teams, right? For some reason, they go for it. It's urgent football, it's creative football, it's dynamic football. But when they play against these, let's say, no disrespect there to lower level teams like Brentford and, you know, Sunderland and things like that, I don't know what his instructions are. I don't know if he's telling them, oh, you know what, we're Chelsea Football Club, let's be patient and this and that, and it will come, and they're waiting for the perfect opening, and then Chelsea just end up playing boring, no creativity, no urgency, that type of football. I don't know what his messages are, his messaging. I don't even know what his team talk is like in the half time, because bar yesterday, the majority of times when teams come out after half time, they have a plan and they usually go for it. If they need to go for it, they're going to go for it. But with him, the team always, apart from yesterday, they always come out so laxy-daisy. I know you like the word flaccid, yeah, but that's what I think of Chelsea. But look, it was a great win, yeah, but I think I'm still personally scarred by the previous performances and how we've been so boring to watch. And as good as the result with yesterday, I mean, let's be honest.
Brighton game, he went for it. I think he's turned the corner, you know. He went for it. And Brighton, before you went down 10 men, he was going for it. It wasn't like you got your goal as well from it, and then you were pushing for the second until Chalobah got sent off. So it could actually be you're a different animal now. Bro, he could have settled for a point. Listen, I think he was going for it against Brighton. That's until Chalobah gets sent off. I said to you during the game as well, Mark, when Liverpool equalised, you needed another goal because it looked like Liverpool were going to score again. To me, I thought they would score again. Actually, it didn't look like it though, but I thought they would score again. Your makeshift defence, they're on the up, they're in the ascendancy, and I was thinking, now, here we go, same old Liverpool, they'll put it on them and they'll get a second goal. So Chelsea need another goal. In reality though, Mark, what did we see? We saw something completely different.
It was the opposite.
The opposite, dude. The absolute opposite. Only one team. Tell me this. I know our Liverpool mate was like, felt hard done by. A draw would have been fair. Maybe a Liverpool win. I mean, I don't know.
No, it wouldn't. That's bullshit.
I don't know what he was watching.
Rubbish talk.
Yeah, but there's only one team that was looking to win it. And that's my point to you about Maresca.
Especially, look, it's one game. It's one game. Right? He played the team. No, not he. The team played outstanding, dynamic, gung-ho football, right? And they did it on a team of Liverpool, who are last season's Premier League winners, right? It's just one game. I'm not getting carried away because after the international break, right, when you play the next game, I am expecting boring football. Yeah.
It's
and
2 games, Mark,
we can talk about Giza. Clearly, I still think Enzo Maresca is not fit enough to be Chelsea's manager.
You and I agree on that.
Right.
He's not fit enough to be Chelsea's manager. But sorry to cut across you. What I would say is that if he hasn't turned the corner, we'll see. You're right, after the international break. But you're 1-1. He could have shut up shop. Instead, what? He brings on Estevão. He makes decisions, and the team press forward. That's on Enzo too. He's made good subs. And I will say this, he went for it. He wasn't settling for a point, and he could easily have been forgiven. He would have been forgiven if he settled for a point. He would have been forgiven. Well, my defence is in disarray. I've got 9 injuries. I've got no recognised centre-backs left anymore. No one, even Chelsea fans, would have had a pop at him if he just stopped and goes, you know what, I'm going to shut up shop. Man went for it. I think, listen, we criticise him where he deserves it. We've got to give him praise there as well. I know it's one game, but I thought I saw it at Brighton as well. And then against the champions, when that many injuries in game, Mark, you had 3 injuries in game. In game.
I know. We have 11. We have like 12 players out now or something stupid like that.
I think it's 9.
And we still didn't.
It's a lot.
No. Okay, 9. All right, fine. It's 9 players, but I'm still not convinced, isn't it? It was a one-off game. I am hoping it is going to be a turning point. Like, I believe Arsenal's win at St. James's Park could be a turning point, or was a turning point, or we still need to find out if it is a turning point. I'm hoping it's Chelsea's turning point, but I just don't have faith in Maresca's instructions. Yes, okay, that game against Liverpool a couple of days ago, he went for it. And there was only, especially the last 15 minutes, I was shocked because actually Liverpool were the ones that had the reputation. At the end of the game, they usually turn it on. 15 minutes to go. That's how, if you have a look at their stats and when they score, it's usually in the last 15 minutes. So you was expecting them to actually turn it on, but they didn't. And it was actually Chelsea that turned it on. And I don't know if that's Maresca. Yeah, I'm not saying it is Maresca because why can't they do that the entire game? Why is it only they really got to turn it on in the last 15, 20 minutes? Right? That's what I would say. But look, Chelsea played really well. They had so many players injured, including the icing on the cake, our crown jewel, Cole Palmer. He wasn't playing. So I was pretty sure that we were going to lose, even though Liverpool is so bad. And we're going to do a pod on Liverpool and how they're falling apart and how much money they've spent and have they actually gotten better. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you subscribe because you're not going to want to miss us absolutely dismantling Liverpool and the state that they're currently in at the moment. But Chelsea were amazing. Caicedo, I watched the Gary Neville podcast. He was saying he's the best DM in the Premier League. No, he's the best DM in world football. I was watching the kickoff and was it Joey Knight, KG, even True Geordie himself was saying there's no better player than Caicedo at this moment in time. Bro, he was the best player last year. He was the best DM last year. The only one that could have come close was Gravenberch, who was phenomenal. And he was in the Premier League Team of the Year. And I'm not really going to go kick and scream about it. But who would you rather have? I would rather have Caicedo. And now it looks like officially, because of how many people are saying it definitely in the Premier League is one of the best players, if not the best DM. Rhys James, my God, what an amazing footballer. When he plays, Chelsea have much more of a chance of winning the game. He is that good. Defensively, offensively, I think only Achraf Hakimi can touch him. And even then, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but Rhys James, what a player. And then you've got these other little players. Like, let's talk about Garnacho, bro.
Yeah, he was causing havoc.
Was he yesterday?
He
was shockingly good.
Havoc. He was causing havoc.
I mean,
he was very good.
Jamie Gittins doesn't touch him. Like, Jamie Gittins is still so raw. Yeah, Chelsea got conned. Like, paying Borussia Dortmund 40 million for him because I just don't think he's ready in any capacity. I think the only games he should really be brought on is like cup games, like Carabao Cup games. Unless there's unless there's a lot more injuries in the forward line, I don't even think he should be in the squad. I just don't think he's ready.
I don't know. Look, I think it's a little bit harsh on Gittins. I thought he did pretty well when he came on, to be honest. But let's just go back a sec before we talk about Garnacho. Caicedo is an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast, and now you know what he's starting to do, right? Goal. He's starting to add in goals and big goals in his game. He's scored 6 Premier League goals now, 4 of them outside the box. But I think his last 3 have come in a tiny space of time compared to his first 3. He's now it looks like he's starting to add goals to his game, which I think is going to propel him. It's going to be a game changer. We'll talk about Declan Rice as well, obviously, in the Arsenal pod, but, you know, who's also adding goals to his game. And I think as a midfielder, I think he's very complete at the moment, Declan. But, you know, both quality players. And I think Caicedo is doing that. He's adding these guys. Now, obviously, you still got to score it, but geez, Konate and Van Dijk, it was like Moses parting the Red Sea, wasn't it? They just backed off. Van Dijk went with the runner. It just opened up, so he had to hit it, but boy, did he hit it. So Caicedo, outside of the goal, I would just want to say as well, he was everywhere. He was phenomenal. We said before the game, the previous pod, the preview, we said that Caicedo could be a key in that midfield, and boy, was he. We'll talk about Liverpool in the Liverpool pod more, but you know, they had some problems even with that, and when they brought on Wirtz, they had real problems in my opinion, but we'll talk about that. Garnacho, yes, listen, I like him. I think he causes problems, man. He caused big problems. Conor Bradley had to be subbed off at half-time. Why? Because of Garnacho. That's why. He had to get subbed off because of Garnacho. And Slot has got big problems. And again, guys, we will cover that. So make sure you do give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and because you're not going to want to miss it. Me and Marc are going to go in on Liverpool and just explain what on earth is going on there. But I really want to focus on Chelsea. I want to focus on Garnacho. You had Liverpool fans calling him a diver, this and that, whatever. Okay, he may have dived for.
Did you think that was a dive? But did you think that was a dive? Did you think it was a dive? Because
I think he went down a little bit easily. I think, look, here's the thing: Sloboslai
he got pushed,
got his hand on him, yeah, and he does give him a nudge. And when you're going at pace,
he does.
When you're going at pace, any slight nudge can knock you over. Dedoes he go down a little bit easy? I mean, look, I'd be a bit upset if that penalty was given against my team, but I can also understand it being given in this day and age. So let's put it that way. 51-49, I'll go no pen.
I don't know, Geezer. Like, for me, when I saw that and I saw the replay and I heard Gary Neville on the commentary saying, oh, you know what, no, definitely not a penalty. I was like, bro, the guy, as you just said, he was running at speed, yeah? And the guy, and Sloboslai was holding him back. And you can blatantly see that nudge. That nudge pushed him. And yes, okay, he may have over-exaggerated it, but so did Gyökeres last week. Geezer, when everyone's saying, oh, no, that's a penalty, then that's a penalty. And I was like, I don't know. I pretty much saw Gyökeres like flying in the air, like trying to get as high as possible. And for me, that's more of a penalty.
No.
That's even less of a penalty. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, look, let's see. It's an interesting one. I do want to talk, before we wrap this up, Marc, I want to talk about the point where it was 1-1 and then Chelsea just put it on Liverpool. And actually, I think everyone was expecting Liverpool, including the pundits. Gary Neville was shocked at Liverpool and their lack of creativity, their lack of pushing forward for the winner. It was all Chelsea. Credit to Chelsea. Credit to Enzo Maresca. I'm going to give him that as well. And I thought your chance had gone when the ball, that ball whips across Enzo and he heads it against the post. I thought it's over. This is going to end 1-1. What a shame, because Enzo should bury that. And Enzo otherwise had a pretty decent game himself. But then I want to talk about Estevão Willian. Estevão is a special talent. Even before the goal, forget the goal. He is a special talent. When he come on, he was causing so many problems. I was actually imagining Arsenal up against him, and I was thinking, I just don't want to face him. I'll be honest. He's just like he's quite electric. There's an Eden Hazard, but on crack to him at times. And guys, don't get me wrong. I know I'm not saying he's Eden Hazard level. What I am saying is that he's electric. And I want to highlight that he's in the right position for his goal, but I want to speak about that goal. So I'm going to kick it over to you for Estevão, but I want to give some credit to Enzo and Marc Cucurella, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Listen, yeah, Chelsea fans been harping on about Estevão, not this season, the beginning of last season when we signed him, and we knew he was going to be special, especially if you watch his highlight reels. Okay, you're doing it in Brazil, I get that, but you can't have so much hype. When you have so much hype about someone, you've got to research them, and that's what Chelsea fans did. So we've been waiting for him to come in, right, and actually show, not just Chelsea fans who already know about him, show the Premier League, the world, what the asset that Chelsea have at this moment in time, because he is going to be world class. He is even a potential Ballon d'Or winner in about 5-6 years time, or maybe 7 years time, when he's like 26, 27. Don't be surprised if he goes off to Real Madrid, to Barcelona, because he is going to be that good. Chelsea, I don't know if we're lucky to have him, or because Chelsea have bought so many players and half of them have been just trash. So there was a bit of a gamble on this player. Or maybe there wasn't a gamble, because every major team wanted Estevão Willian, and he plays for Chelsea. And in yesterday's game, my God, did he come on and actually, well, he's a game changer. Why is that? Because as you said before with Enzo Fernández, he crossed in and whipped in that beautiful cross. And you know what? Enzo should have scored that. It should have been 2-1 at that point. Then Cucurella crosses the ball in, yeah, and he's in the right place at the right time. The guy wants to score goals. The guy clearly wants to show the world what he's capable of. There is a lot of expectation on him because he's young and because he's been labelled this Brazilian wonder kid, the best player since Neymar. He can eclipse Neymar, because Neymar, especially in the latter stages of his year, he loves to party, he loves to get women and pussy and all this sort of pussy cats, and you got to be focused. And the great thing about Estevão Willian is that one of the main reasons Chelsea purchased him, not just because of his extremely high potential, is because that he's a good kid, a church kid. Yeah, who doesn't go out and party. He's got his girl who he's had for a minute, right? But he is fully focused on football. And when you have extremely talented players like Estevão Willian, who have the mindset that they want to be the best, that they want to show the world that they're the best, it is a marriage made in heaven. It is the complete package. And that is what all fans are going to see over the course of his Chelsea career and beyond that. We are expecting special things from Estevão Willian. He is going to be up there with Cole Palmer as our game changers. Mark my words.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's fair. I think he will be up there with Cole Palmer, up there with Caicedo. Caicedo, different type of player. So, yeah, I echo all of that with Estevão. I want to just shout out, before I make one last point here, I want to shout out Marc Cucurella firstly. He plays the ball out wide. I saw Mark Goldbridge say, Cucurella needs to shift that quicker. What he did do is he pushed it out wide, and his run, and he's sort of ambles into the box, stops, and then comes back while the ball gets played into Enzo. And it was picture perfect. Enzo's ball perfectly weighted, but Marc Cucurella makes the run, then makes the space, then shows him where to go. Perfectly weighted. Cucurella then knows exactly what he's doing, whips it across. Estevão's already on his toes, knocks it across the keeper into a half-empty net. I mean, a fantastic goal and brilliant play from Marc Cucurella, and also very, very good from Enzo Fernández. So I want to shout them out as well, because credit where credit's due. Mark, before we end the pod, I said to you, this was a must not lose. I think you should be a bit more hyped as a Chelsea fan, not because it's a one-off game and whatever else, and stars make fights, and yeah, you beat Liverpool, but I think because the season could have been looking very bleak if you'd lost this game. You'd have been 10 points off Liverpool had you lost this game. And at 1-1, I did think, with your dodgy defence at the time, makeshift defence I called it, I was thinking there's a strong possibility Liverpool go on and win the game here. The fact that you not only didn't lose the game, but went on to win the game, it's a significant point swing. You are now 4 points off Liverpool, 5 off Arsenal at the top of the league. And I do think there is cause for optimism here. Keep 11 men on the pitch and you can give anyone a game.
No, we can. Look, that's because we spent 2 billion or 1 billion like over the course of a few seasons. We should be able to like match. We can play against any team.
Did that?
Yeah. Yeah. And Liverpool spent $500 million in one window as well. And look at them. But look, it was a fantastic win over the weekend against Liverpool. I'm not going to take that away from them. But you know what? I did say, not just this season, I said it last season, it's always one way or the other. It's always boring side-to-side football. The next game, it's gung-ho and it's attacking. Then it goes back to boring. And then again, another boring match. I am not getting carried away. And if any Chelsea fans are, I think you need to relax and actually be a bit patient. Next game, Premier League game we play, and the game after that, if we play with intensity, if we play forward thinking, if we want to be creative and actually go out there and try and win from the beginning, right? Over the next couple of games, I will then change my tune. But the pattern which I have been seeing is what I've just told you. Boring, boring, exciting. Boring, 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 exciting. Why can it not be exciting and intense every single game? I have said that. So, fantastic win to Chelsea. I am over the moon and I am happy. But I am still scarred by the previous performances and I still do not have faith in Enzo Maresca. It's not Enzo Maresca that won. It's the expensive team that won. That's my opinion of it. And I think that if Chelsea replaced the manager with a world-class manager and they got a goalkeeper and a centre-back, we'll finish above Arsenal. I just believe that.
All right.
I just believe that. I just believe it.
One step at a time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Look,
that's coming from me. You've never won shit.
Chelsea fans, let us know what you think. Do you agree with Marc? Is it just one or the other? Do you only have two speeds as a Chelsea team? Or is there a possibility that Enzo Maresca's looked at that and turned a corner based on the first half against Brighton before you get the man sent off and what he did against Liverpool? Let us know. Drop us a line in the comments. We will respond to each and every single one of them personally. Marc, bring it home, my man.
Well, I'm going to bring it right home. If you want to see more of our content, click this video right here, guys. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you lot in there. Thank you.